Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 8 of this tactics testing series. We're testing a new tactic today called Golden Floor. It is a 4-3-2-1, you might call it a 4-3-3. We are testing with Man City, expected to finish top of the Premier League. We're testing with Birmingham City, expected to finish in the bottom half of Championship. We're testing with Portsmouth, expected to finish in the top half of League One. And we're testing with Rochdale, expected to be relegated and finish bottom of League Two. So let's get a look at the tactic first of all. So as we can see, it is a 4-3-3, a 4-3-2-1, whichever you prefer to call it. It is with a custom gegenpress style with an attacking mentality. You can see here the team instructions. We've changed it up a little bit this time. Attacking with it's just standard, fairly wide. Passing in the space. We're going to play out from the defence. We're going to focus down the play down the right hand side. We're also going to underlap our left back in the attacking spaces. We're going to pass shorter. We're going to play with a higher tempo. We're going to hit low crosses. We're going to work the ball into the box. In transition, we're going to play with counter press, counter attack, goalkeeper distribution to the centre backs as well. Out of position, we're going to play with a high press, a higher defensive line. We're going to trigger press more often and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. So looking at the team instructions, the player instructions, we have a goalkeeper on defend duty, no additional instructions there. In defence, we have a fullback, a right back on automatic duty. Additional instructions are take more risks, cross more often, dribble more, shoot less, sit narrower, tackle harder. We have on the right side of defence, we have a ball playing centre back. It is on stopper duty. Additional instructions are to dribble more, shoot less often, stay wider, tackle harder. On the left side of centre back, we have a ball playing defender on cover duty with dribble more, shoot less often, stay wider, tackle harder. Essentially what we want to do is we want this guy coming in and just kind of sweeping up around behind the other centre back if they don't get there first. In at left back, we do have a wing back on attack duty. As we mentioned, he's going to underlap a little bit more often. We have them on take more risks, cross more often, shoot less often, sit narrower, tackle harder. In front of the defence, we do have a deep line playmaker on defend duty. Tackle harder is the only additional instruction. In front of him in midfield, we have a box-to-box midfielder on support duty. Additional instructions are to take more risks, dribble more, shoot less often, get further forward, move in the channels, and tackle harder. Quite a lot of additional instructions there. Partner him in midfield is a Mazzala on attack duty with dribble more, shoot less often, tackle harder. On the right side flank, we have a winger on support duty with take more risks, aim crosses towards the target forward, shoot less often, get further forward, roam from position, tackle harder. And on the left hand side, we have an advanced playmaker on attack duty with additional instructions are to get further forward, roam from position, sit narrower, tackle harder. And up front, of course, we have an advanced forward on attack duty who's going to take more risks, dribble more, shoot more, and tackle harder as well. So we've changed it up a little bit with this tactic with the player instructions. Let's have a quick look at Man City, how we progressed. First of all, as we can see there, Erling Haaland coming in with an incredible 80 goals this season. I can't remember from the previous test if it's the best that he's done, but it's certainly it's at least second best. There's one of the tactics we've tested where he scored, I think it was 83 or 88 goals. Not much coming from the rest of the team, as you can see there. Phil Foden coming in with 18, Bernardo Silva coming in with 10. Everybody else is below that. The only players not to contribute any goals, except for the goalkeepers, really is Aymeric Laporte, who played an awful lot of games, and the only other one then is Iker Pozo, who only managed to make 2 substitute appearances. So not bad. A little bit surprising that Laporte didn't contribute at least 1 goal this season, but it's fine. Haaland has covered all of them. Looking at the data hub, similar to previous tactics, we're very heavy in attack. As you can see, 2.63 goals average per game, 2.54 xG per game on average. And defensively, again, we're a little bit slack. We can tactically we can sort out the attacking no problem. In defense, we are coming a little bit unstuck quite frequently in these tactic tests. Generally, overall, we're performing well above average in the league, so delighted with that. Quick look at the competitions. As we'll see, Community Shield season opener, we've lost 3-1 to Liverpool, which is disappointing. We did manage to get our own back in the Carabao Cup final, where we managed to beat Liverpool 3-0 there. Quick look at the FA Cup, and we've also come away with that as well. So we have 2 trophies out of 4 in the bag so far. We've beat Crystal Palace 3-2 in the final. In the Champions League, we only managed to get to the semi-final of the Champions League. We've come away there on a 5-4 aggregate score against Real Madrid. So obviously the away leg in the Bernabeu has finished in a 4-3 scoreline there. Real Madrid did go on to play Juventus in the final, where they won on extra time. So I suppose losing to the eventual winners, it's not too bad. As you can see, Erling Haaland there scoring 18 goals in the Champions League alone this season, which is incredible. And the big one then, the main one, the Premier League, we haven't been as successful this year as we have in previous tactic tests. As you can see there, we've come out on 83 points, a full 9 points behind Liverpool. We did lose 7 games throughout the season, which is very disappointing. I'm looking particularly straight away at the games against Brentford, Aston Villa and Leicester, all games that we should have won. Apart from Aston Villa, we've lost the other 2 games by 1 goal. So I really feel we should have got those. Those would have given us 9 points, which would have been enough, including the goal difference, to put us top of the league. As you can see, Haaland scored 45 of his goals in the league, finishing at the highest average rating. Phil Foden coming in second. Haaland obviously with the most man of the match awards as well, and Ederson coming in with 21 clean sheets, which is bettered only by Alisson with 22 for obviously the league champions. So very, very good all round for Liverpool. We have won 2 out of the 5 trophies we've competed in. We sort of technically speaking, we were in the final, you could say, of the Community Shield. We did reach the semi-finals of the Champions League, and we finished second in the league. So overall, performed very, very well. Let's go to the Championship. Let's get a look at Birmingham. And as you can see, Troy Deeney here coming in with an incredible 37 goals for the season. I'm not sure if that's his highest in these tactic tests, but it's definitely one of his highest goal returns. I think there was one where he got 36 in, so this is obviously better than that, and I'm not sure if it is his best. Quick look at the data hub. Again, similar story to Man City. Good in defence, not so good in good in attack, not so good in defence. And overall in the league, we are better than average. So that's very, very pleasing. Quick look at the competitions. We get knocked out of the Carabao Cup in the 3rd round. We get knocked out of the FA Cup in the 3rd round as well. And in the Sky Bet Championship is the main one. Troy Deeney coming in with the 3rd most goals for the season with 34. We finished in 2nd place in the championship, which I'm absolutely thrilled with. We finished there on 95 points. As we can see, our season preview, we are expected to finish in 14th, so just a little bit under halfway. We finished 2nd in the league, so that's incredible. If this was a season rebuild, I'd be very, very delighted with the progress we've made there. We have lost 9 games. I'm looking particularly at the game against relegated Preston and against Coventry, who finished just above the relegation spots. Those 2 wins would have been enough to give us the league title. Overall, excellent performance from Birmingham. Can't have any complaints. Absolutely delighted with that. Let's go to League One and get a look at Portsmouth. As we can see, Michael Morrison coming in here with the most goal scorers of the league, of the team currently, with 9. That is, of course, because we had Dane Scarlett on loan from Spurs, and who's returned to the club. And as you can see there, an incredible 64 goals in only 55 games. I'm absolutely delighted, and being a Spurs fan, I'm delighted that Dane Scarlett has scored as many goals as well. So an incredible return. He started 40 games in the league. He scored 42 goals in the league as well. So absolutely thrilled. Similar story in the data hub. We're performing above average in the league for most categories there. Looking at the competitions, in the Papa John's Trophy, we got to the semi-final where we were put out by Aston Villa under 21s. They went on to play Bradford City in the final, and Bradford City lost. Aston Villa under 21s did win that final, so congratulations to them. But we've done very well there. We've got the semi-final. Carabao Cup, we've got the 3rd round. We were knocked out by Brighton. FA Cup, we were knocked out in the 4th round by Peterborough. And in the league is, again, the most important one we're looking at. We finished in 3rd place, so we've actually qualified for the playoffs. As you can see there, Dane Scarlett coming with 47 goals in the league. That's actually different from the stat it showed a few minutes ago. We'll go back and check that. Dane Scarlett also highest average rating in the league. Sean Raggett coming in with the 3rd highest average rating as well. Tom Lowry with the joint most assists in the league, and Dane Scarlett with the most player of the match awards as well. Looking at the league, we did finish, as we say, in 3rd position. That's put us into the playoffs. Quick look at the fixtures here, and as we can see, there's some games there that maybe we should have won. That might have just given us those extra 4, maybe even 5 points. Even turn a couple of those games into draws, we certainly could have done well and may have gained automatic promotion or possibly even have won the title. But we did go into playoffs. We played against Charlton in the semi-final. We've come away with a 5-3 aggregate score there. We've gone on to play Plymouth in the final, and we've won that game 4-1. So we've gained promotion, which is absolutely, I'm absolutely delighted with that as well. We've gained promotion now with Birmingham and with Portsmouth. So let's have a look at League 2 and see how we get on with Rochdale. Looking at the team straight away, as you can see, Ian Henderson coming in there with the most goals of the team currently. Again, we did have Scott Quigley on loan from Stockport, and as you can see, he's come back with 20 goals in 34 games as well, so absolutely thrilled with that. Looking at the data hub, I mean, it tells the same story. We're well above average statistically than the rest of the league. Great in attack, not so great in defence. It's fine, we're not too worried. Looking at the competitions, in the Papa John's Trophy, we've done pretty well there. We've got to the quarterfinals, where we've lost to Bradford City. As you may remember from Portsmouth, Bradford City went on to the semi-final and beat Shrewsbury in penalties, who went on to the final and lost then to Aston Villa under 21s. So we've got to the quarterfinals of that. Absolutely thrilled with that. Carabao Cup, we've gone out in the 3rd round to Burnley. FA Cup, we've gone out in the 1st round to Stockport. And in the league, the league's the one that's probably the most frustrating. First of all, you can see there Liam Kelly and Famir Siriki picking up the joint 2nd most bookings of the season. We finished down here in 13th place. We have 14 defeats in all games. Definitely, again, some of those we really should have won. The frustrating part about this is the league progress throughout the season. So we started out just okay. We really picked up the form. We were in the top 6 for quite a while. So we were. It wasn't until the start of February where we started to fall away. And as we see, over the space of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, we've managed to drop from 3rd to 11th. So over the course of 5 weeks, we've dropped 8 places. We've never recovered that form, and we just kind of stagnated and dipped a little bit there as well. So we finished in 13th place, which is disappointing given how well we started out, especially for the majority of the season. But it's okay. Again, if this was a rebuild I was doing with Rochdale, I would be very pleased with the progress. We're expected to finish in 24th place. We've actually finished in 13th place, so we're halfway up the league already after only 1 season. That is it for this tactic. As mentioned, this is a 4-3-3, 4-3-2-1 called the Golden Floor. You can download the tactic from the link in the description below. Please do leave your comments as well. We would love to hear how you're progressing with your team and see what success you've had with that. That is it for now. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. We will see you in the next one. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button below and you will be notified when new videos are available. You can, of course, like, share and comment as well. In the meantime, you can catch one of these recommended videos appearing on screen, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, thank you and take care.